This is part 2 of I've probably made a mistake in getting married. You can find the first part in the pinned comment and description. Hey everyone! I've created a new channel to explore even more amazing stories, which will also serve as a backup channel. I love to have you all in joining me on this new adventure. Channel link is in the description. Now back to the recap. Altair said, "What you are doing is useless." Butler asked, "What do you need?" "I simply escorted her ladyship here," Altair replied. "Nonsense, I am not a fool," Nadia thought. How did he know? Then she remembered something from some time back. Butler had asked, "My lady, there is something I would like to discuss with you. Would it be impossible for you to make a small contribution to the household expenses from your dowry?" Nadia had wondered, why did he have such a serious look on his face? Is the financial situation here really that bad? Between a noble couple, a wife's dowry was her private wealth, even her husband could not touch it. If they are asking me to use part of my dowry, then that's a clear red flag regarding the household finances. I would love to help, but if the Mana Stone mine is from, then I will need the money for development. I'll have to use the money I have for something else. So, she replied, "I am afraid that won't be possible. I have other plans for the dowry I brought." Butler had said, "Yes, I am aware that it is unacceptable to ask, but his lordship, he is preparing to slay a dragon. He says it is to earn money. He will probably leave in a few days. However, as you are aware, taking on a dragon is something that could cost one's life. If making a financial contribution is difficult, then at least try to dissuade his lordship, please. I am sure you will listen if you ask, my lady, I beg of you." Back in the present time, Nadia thought, so that's what happened, but who knew we would get caught right away? Altair really is sharp-witted. Altair spoke, "Don't be swayed by fable. You don't need to do everything he asks," Nadia replied. "I was not swayed. I am also worried about you." Nadia thought, I am not lying. I sincerely worry about Altair. Of course, he may be a budding villain who scares me, but he is still a good person, who saved me when I fell into the water and even gave me a chance. I never thought I would think of him as a good person, but his cold gaze no longer feels all that scary to me." Nadia said, "Well, we are married, and I am also an Aylesford now, as a member of the family. I worry about you." Then she thought, there, I did it. I hope I didn't sound too out of line. Altair asked, "Are you finished? I will take you to your room." After that, Altair stated, "You don't need to worry about me. I accepted the job because I know I can do it. The situation has changed, so I am taking action. I don't intend to make you a widow, so don't worry." "I know you are worried, but rather than worrying, how about supporting me?" Nadia thought, "What does that mean?" Altair said, "What can I do when my wife is so innocent? If any visitors come, tell them I am unavailable to greet them and send them away." "Did you think about what I said before? The issue of what you should call me?" Nadia thought, "We did talk about that before." Altair asked, "Are you still thinking about it? I hope you'll have an answer by the time I return." Nadia replied, "I am sorry, but I will try." Altair spoke, "Good. My wife always makes an effort." Nadia thought, "Just as I thought. Being a good person suits him more than being a budding villain." In the next scene, Nadia thought, "I just don't get it yet. What does it mean to worry about your husband as a wife should? I've read all the books on the refinement of a noble wife, but I still don't have the answer." Then she asked, "Do you know how to support a husband like a wife should?" The maid thought, "My lady, he probably means, no, what his lordship wants may be something more wholesome." The maid said, "In the East, there is a custom where the wife makes a bracelet for her husband when he sets off to a dangerous place. Both wear the same bracelet and wish for the other's well-being. If the wish bracelet does not break and remains intact, then they believe their spouse is safe." 3 days later, Nadia thought, "He is really leaving." Altair said, "I believe I told Butler you did not need to see me off because it is so early." Nadia replied, "Yes, he told me, but I still wanted to see you off. Before, you told me to worry like a wife should. I wanted to do that, right here, right now." Altair said, "But people are watching." Nadia thought, "Why does that matter? I just need to give him the bracelet." Altair spoke, "Well, if you feel that way." Nadia thought, "Is this a yes? All right, I'll give him the bracelet. Wait, His hand is so large and firm, totally different from mine. Now is not the time for this. She said, I prepared a wish bracelet for you. I heard of the custom in the East. Altair asked, so, worried as a wife should, meant this bracelet. Blanc came and spoke, my lady, it looks like his lordship was expecting something else, you know, a wife's passionate kiss. Altair hit him. Blanc asked, my lord, are you going to break my leg? Altair asked, anyway, where is yours? Give it to me. Your wrist is so thin, it looks like it will snap if I hold it too tight. Nadia replied, it is not that thin, come back safely. Then Nadia thought, finally, the budding villain is out of sight, I should feel relieved, but why does a part of me feel so empty? It is really strange. Shortly after Altair left, the knights started searching the mountains. However, unlike everyone's expectations, no mine was found, and even the knights searching the mountains began to get worn out. Blanc told her, my lady, we did not find anything today either. Nadia replied, I see, thank you for your hard work, please continue tomorrow. Blanc thought, has her ladyship not given up yet? After that, Nadia thought, Blanc is starting to doubt the existence of the mine. Well, that's only natural, since there are no clear results yet, but I know this future. It's the special right of someone reborn into a novel. But her confidence did not last for long. More time passed, and there was still no news even after several more days. She slowly started to get nervous. What if we never end up finding the mine? Then what? Suddenly, Blanc came and told her, we found it, my lady. The ground had oddly sunk in, so we searched that spot and found mana stones. Nadia stated, I knew it. Did you inform Butler Pavel? I told him to find an expert for mine development. Blanc replied, of course. He is so excited that he's going to call them right away. Nadia thought, in the novel, Altair was already a rich duke. That means there is a significant amount of mana reserves in the vicinity, so I'm sure that development of the mine will be possible. Aylesford will now become rich, and our knights won't have to struggle hunting monsters anymore. I am sure Altair will be happy. The maid thought, the wish bracelet is supposed to show the other person's safety. It may just be a superstition, but if something really has happened to the Lord. Nadia spoke, oh dear me, I must have done a bad job making it if it broke so easily on its own. Then she thought, I hope Altair is safe. The next moment, the Count came and asked, so, you are the Baroness, Blanc said. Wait, how dare you raise your voice in front of her ladyship? Another knight then added, my lady, please forgive me for failing to stop him. He was being stubborn and going on about his status. I should never have let him approach you like this, it was my mistake. Nadia thought, so this is the Count from Gallard, the territory that borders ours, a Count and a Margrave. That means he is a pretty high-ranking noble. It will be difficult for the knights to stop a stubborn noble like him. Yes, the only person who can resolve this is me. The Count shouted, I made the time to come all the way here. If the Baron is away, the Baroness should be greeting the guest. Nadia spoke, please tell me if there is anything I can do for you. I am Nadia Aylesford, the Baron's wife. May I ask what brings you here? Seeing that you brought all these soldiers with you, I am sure it must be a very important issue. The Count shouted, of course, it is very important. The Aylesford Knights invaded our territory and created a mess. Didn't they recently ransack a mountain and cause a big commotion? Blanc said, my lord, the area we recently searched is clearly part of Aylesford barony. The Count said, if you've got eyes, look at the back, it says here that it is part of Gallard. Blanc replied, this map is from before the agreement, 5 years ago. You handed over part of the mountain range in return for Aylesford getting rid of the monsters. The Count said, come to think of it, offering land just for that was excessive. I will pay the price we set back then, so you will have to return the land. Blanc shouted, you're the one who gave us useless land back then, and now that the situation has changed, you want to pay us. Nadia thought, so the mountain, where we recently found the Mana Stone mine is part of the land Count Gallard gave us as payment, but why is he regretting his decision now? The Count shouted again, forget it, it's useless talking to a knight who has no authority. Baroness, the Baron is away, so you will have to sign as his proxy. I am saying I will pay you for this worthless piece of land. Nadia thought, in the capital, I would have trembled at this kind of face, but compared to Altair, the Count is like a pig in front of a dragon. He does not scare me one bit. Then she stated, I am saying I won't accept it. We are not beggars. His lordship would never sign such an absurd document, so I suggest you leave now. The Count shouted, I am a count. Do you think a mere baron can defy me? Nadia thought, what is he doing? Let go of me. Suddenly, Altair came and asked, what do you think you are doing? Nadia thought, he returned safely. What a relief. I was worried because the bracelet broke. Altair stated, Count, you come here and create a disturbance when I am not even present. You must be out of your mind. I must hear why you were so rude to my wife while I was not even here. The Count asked his knight, didn't you say he wouldn't make it back, and even if he did, he would be seriously injured? I came thinking that we could steal the Baron's Mana stone mine if he wasn't here, but he is completely. Altair asked Butler, bringing one's soldiers into another man's territory without prior consent might as well be a declaration of war, correct? Butler replied, yes, that's right. Altair stated, in that case, cutting off invaders' heads right here would be considered self-defense. The Count said, forgive me, I was not in my right mind and made a mistake. Altair told him, no need to apologize to me. You should apologize to my wife. The Count said, I am sorry, please accept my apologies, and ran away. Nadia thought, as the lady of the house, I should have protected Aylesford while Altair was away, but I couldn't even jerk my head loose when the Count grabbed it. Then she said, I am sorry, I was here, but I did not deal with it properly. Altair spoke, you will get a bruise. You'd better put some ointment on this. Nadia replied, he just grabbed my wrist, that's all. Altair said, yes, but he left marks like this. Nadia suddenly thought, why does it feel like I can smell blood? She asked, my lord, blood. Altair replied, I was slightly injured while fighting the dragon. Nadia asked, what do you mean? Slightly, if you were only slightly injured, you wouldn't be bleeding this much. I need to call the physician right away, Altair said. It's fine, don't make such a fuss about it. Nadia said, what are you saying? If you bleed this much, you'll die. Then she thought, my parents were in a carriage accident, and they also passed away from losing too much blood. If the same thing happens to him. Altair asked, why are you shaking? Nadia replied, I'm okay. Please don't just stand here like this. You need to receive treatment. Altair said, all right, I'll get treated or whatever it is you want me to do, so stop shaking. Nadia thought, it's okay, it will be okay. Altair is stronger than anyone I know. Strangely, at that moment, the fact that Altair was the most powerful villain in this world was more comforting than anything else. After that, the doctor said, the wound is quite severe this time. I'll stitch it up first and then prescribe you a painkiller. Nadia thought, oh my goodness, the wound is really deep. I see now that he already has scars all over his body. This kind of thing must happen to him often. Then she asked, it hurts a lot, doesn't it? I was thinking of holding your hand. When I was young, my mother held mine whenever I was ill, and strangely, it made me feel better. Then she thought, is that too childish a solution to suggest? Altair said, it hurts. You said you would hold my hand if I'm in pain. Come over here and hold my hand. I think it would make it less painful. Nadia thought, it's a bit different from when mother used to hold my hand. Why is my heart beating so fast? In the end, she failed to figure out why her heart was pounding, but Altair's treatment ended successfully that day. The physician in charge of the treatment rushed out after making 3 requests. First, he asked for absolute rest. Second, to take painkillers whenever it hurt. Third, to change the bandages every day. I will look after him as best as I can until he gets better, Nadia thought, and so after that, she fervently started to take care of him. Day and night, she stayed by his side. Worried that Altair's wounds might get infected, she carefully changed his bandages and gave him his medicine. For days, she prayed that Altair would not get any new scars. She prayed over and over again. After that, Butler came and said, I have some documents you must take a look at now. Altair told him, be quiet, she's sleeping. From now on, don't just burst in here like this. I'm not the only one using this room. Butler said, her ladyship must have been exhausted. Altair replied, she's been running around for days trying to take care of me. Butler said, "So you're aware of that, yet you're still acting like you're in bad condition." Then he thought, "This is quite unusual. Normally he would already be jumping around the training area." Altair replied, "I just wanted to rest for a bit this time. Even I can get tired after fighting a dragon." Butler told him, "No need to be embarrassed. From the mine development to the Count's complaint, these are all documents that your lordship must review." Altair said, "He wants me to pay for insulting him by giving him part of the mine." Butler said, "He may be a coward, but he is still a count. Titles are absolute. Now that your lordship has something you must protect, I must advise you to act more prudently than before." Altair thought, "Right, until now, I could simply sweep through everything around me because I had nothing to lose, but now, I also have something I must protect, this one who worked hard to take care of me and then fell asleep from exhaustion. When I agreed to take a wife so I could produce an heir, I thought our marriage would ultimately become a formality since she was a noble from the capital. But this woman who became my wife was so different from what I imagined. I still don't know how to deal with her. She's so small and feeble, as if she might break at the slightest touch." Butler said, "My lord, you forgot, but I am still here, so how should I deal with the Count?" Altair replied, "I have a plan for the Count. Go and get some ointment that's effective on bruises." Butler asked, "Ointment? Why all of a sudden?" Altair stated, "Her wrist. It's still red and swollen. I think I'll have to take this opportunity to crush the Count, that way he won't be able to do this again." The Count thought, "Save me." In the next scene, Nadia said, "You've already identified the location and size of the mine. Since the preparations are complete, we should start developing the mine immediately." Butler replied, "Yes, I agree, but we'll need a huge amount of funds to develop the mine. We currently lack the funds to start developing it right away. I thought we could get a loan from the Imperial Bank or an investment from someone wealthy." Nadia told him, "But if we source the funds externally, we'll have to pay high interest or share part of our profits, so, use the money I brought. My dowry wasn't much, but it should be enough to cover the initial costs." Butler said, "My lady, regarding the dowry issue I mentioned recently, it was my mistake due to the urgent situation. We have other ways, so please put away your key." Nadia thought, "I thought you would be happy. Now what should I do?" Nadia asked. "Then how about I make an investment? We need an investor anyway, so I'll invest in this mine development." Later that night, Nadia thought, "Is it night already? When did time fly by like this?" After discussing the mine development, I looked after Altair and took a quick nap. I remember that much. She wondered, when did I go to bed, and where is Altair? After some time, Altair came in and said, "You're awake, you can sleep some more." Nadia replied, "That's okay, but are you sure you should be moving around like this? Do your wounds no longer hurt? The physician said you might have a fever. If you do, you must take some medicine." Altair told her, "I'm fine. I don't need the bandages anymore. I recover faster than normal people due to my aura." Nadia thought, "So that's why everyone was so calm even after seeing his wounds." Altair said, "I brought some ointment." Nadia thought, "Is it for his wounds?" She said, "Here, let me apply it for you. I'm sure it would be uncomfortable to do it yourself. Take off your shirt and lie down on the bed, I'll do it." Altair thought, "Take off my shirt." After that, Nadia thought, "I offered to do it, but why do I feel so strange? It must be really painful. I should apply some more." Altair said, "Stop, I think that's enough. I'm really fine now. I don't think you should continue, so now it's your turn." Nadia replied, "But I'm not hurt." Altair said, "You have marks here on your wrist." Nadia said, "But this will just go away by itself." Altair told her, "No, let me apply some." Nadia thought, "I need to hold still, but it tickles so much. Why is he so close? I feel as if we'll touch each other right away. And why is my heart beating so fast? I don't know why, but I'm no longer scared of him." Then she said, "My lord." Altair asked, "Are you still calling me that? You're my wife. What kind of wife calls her husband that?" Nadia said, "If you'd like me to call you something in particular, I'll do that. I thought about it, but no matter how hard I think, I can't figure it out." Altair said, "Think of your parents and what they did. That should easily give you an answer." Nadia thought, "My parents, they always kept their manners when calling each other. That's the ideal way in the capital. Come to think of it, they used other names when it was just the two of them. but I wonder if Altair would like such names. Nadia asked, I thought about what my parents did, but do you really want to be called that kind of name? Altair replied, of course, it's normal for married couples. You should also call me that from now on. Nadia said, then. Okay. My cupcake, Altair thought. What? Cherry candy, honeybee, pudding, out of these, which would you like me to call you? Altair asked, did your parents really call each other that? Nadia replied, yes, on personal occasions, they found it comfortable, Altair said. How is that comfortable? My parents called each other by name. Nadia thought, I can't imagine blurting out the name of a villain in a novel. Just thinking about it is awkward. Altair continued, it's certainly better than cupcake. From now on, call me by my name. Say it right now. Nadia replied, but I haven't even practiced, then thought, his eyes are saying, say it right now. Fine, I'll do it. Then she said, Lord Altair. Altair responded, seriously, I'm not your boss, just Altair is fine. Or are you not going to give me permission? I also want to call you by your name. Nadia thought, Altair, the budding villain, is agonizing because he wants to call me by my name. Then she replied, of course you can. Why don't you practice calling me by my name? Altair said, I don't need to practice such a thing. Nadia thought, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm hearing him say my name. My heart feels ticklish. Altair continued, you want to know how I'd like you to act as my wife, don't you? Do you still believe you can do well, regardless of what it is? Nadia replied, of course, whatever it is, I'll do my best. Then she thought, he's too close. Altair told her, you don't even know what you'll end up facing, yet you reply with so much determination. In the next moment, Nadia thought, what is going on all of a sudden, this position? Altair said, don't worry, I don't intend to do anything more today. You just need to share your warmth with me. I'm tired because I had to take care of troublesome issues. Nadia thought, he fell asleep. He must have been exhausted. This smell, it's the scent that covered me when I accidentally fell asleep before, so it was Altair's scent. Shortly after that, Altair wiped out the goblin habitat near the Monostone mine, and the development went into full swing. Rumors started to spread, and people from various regions began to gather. Most of the visitors were merchants who wished to obtain distribution rights. As a result, the Aylesford territory became busier than ever. Now, having dealt with so many visitors, I can see what our castle's biggest problem is. It's a labor shortage, Nadia thought. 3 servants are far too few to deal with so many guests. I'll have to find some workers before starting the castle renovation. We'll be getting lots of money from now on. The amount of monostone reserves discovered after the mine development was incredible. Plus, the purity of the stones was higher than that of standard monostones, so they'll be sold at an extremely high price. Altair is in charge of fine-tuning the supply conditions with the merchants, so I won't have to worry about that side of things. I should work hard to do my part. I'm in charge of renovating the castle and hiring new staff. Butler said, my lady, these are the resumes of servants hoping to be employed. Many have quite a lot of experience. In particular, I think you'll be very satisfied with this applicant. Nadia thought, this is Marie. She was my maid back home, who followed me wherever I went, even when I went from being the Marquis's beloved to a nuisance overnight. Only Marie treated me with the same kindness as before. Butler said, she used to work for Marquis Vine. I thought you would recognize her, so I set her resume aside. Nadia replied, thank you. She's the only maid who wasn't cruel to me after my parents passed away. Butler thought, cruel. Nadia said, so I would like to hire her. I know we have a history together, but she's a very competent maid. Butler replied, she'll be the first pick. Based on your judgment of her, I'll make her the head maid. Nadia said, okay. I can't wait to see her again. Altair came and asked, who are you looking forward to meeting so much? I heard you wanted to see me. Nadia thought, I asked Anna to deliver my entire message to him, but how strange, for some time now, my heart keeps pounding whenever I see him. He doesn't need to do that. I'm even more nervous now that it's just the 2 of us. Altair asked, so, what did you want to see me for? Nadia replied, I just wanted to get your permission. The Eastern nobles will soon be gathering, and the castle needs to be renovated before then. We also need some clothes. I wanted to get your permission before spending the funds. Altair stated, you don't need my permission for such things. You are in charge of taking care of the castle, so you don't need my approval for every little thing. Besides, we no longer have to worry about money. Nadia asked, does that mean a deal has been signed with a guild? Altair replied, yes. I signed an exclusive supply agreement for the monastones with the Silver Fox Guild. They offered 500 million gold as a down payment for exclusive rights. Nadia thought, wow. The Silver Fox Guild. After the Black Panther Guild, they're the second largest guild. Altair continued. The profit will be shared 80/20ths, with us receiving 80%, so it's a very good deal. Nadia said, that's wonderful news, then thought, at this rate, everyone in Aylesford will have a better life, just like back home. Altair said, it's all thanks to you. I really have no idea what's inside that small head of yours, but thank you very much. As the Lord of Aylesford, I sincerely thank you. Nadia thought, I can't believe Altair just thanked me. In the novel, he was a fearsome villain who ended people's lives without blinking an eye, but the Altair I've seen and gotten to know is so different from the villain in the novel. Altair asked, when will you get the clothes made? After some conversation, Nadia thought, why is he looking at me like that? Is there something else he needs to say? Maybe I'm mistaken, but this feels way too close. Suddenly, they heard the Count's voice. Please meet with me, Altair said. It's him again. Well, the Count wishes to see me, so a mere baron like myself must oblige. Shall we go? After that, Altair asked, what is all the commotion for? It's a pleasure to see you, my lord. What brings you to this humble territory? The Count replied, no one speaks that way about your land. Altair responded, I suppose you don't remember. That's how you described this place 5 years ago, and recently as well. The Count said, if you're upset about that, allow me to apologize. I was a fool. Please forgive me. My territory needs your help. At this rate, the griffins will tear up our vineyards, and this year's harvest will be destroyed. If they're not gotten rid of right away, we won't be able to harvest the fruit we supply to the imperial family. Altair said, I'm sorry to hear about the situation, but I recently suffered a severe injury while slaying a dragon. Why don't you hire some mercenaries? The Count replied, I already did, but no one skilled enough to face the griffins. You are my only hope. Please help me. Altair asked Nadia, what do you think? Should I accept and help the Count? I'll do whatever you say. Nadia thought, why is he suddenly asking for my opinion? The Count said, my lady, please forget how rude I was in the past. Allow me to apologize. Nadia thought, the arrogant Count is begging on his knees. People are watching us. They're merchants who travel throughout the empire, so rumors will soon spread. Altair stated, seeing how you are apologizing, I guess I have no choice. For the sake of your reputation, I'll accept your request. I'm sure my wife has the same opinion. The Count said, that would be greatly appreciated. I will be sure to compensate you generously. Altair said, yes, I expect you will, just as you promised. After all, I am taking on a case that no one else will accept. Why don't you give me part of your vineyard shares? Nadia thought, my goodness, Altair is so amazing. He was really able to obtain a stake in the vineyard. The monsters just happened to appear at the perfect moment, and Altair and the butler acted like they had expected this. No matter how I look at it, I'm sure Altair planned all of this. In the novel, Altair was a character who only wielded power, but this time he sought revenge so elegantly. How impressive. After that, Altair asked, are you not satisfied with the way I handled things? I can't stand being mistreated, and I don't like anyone messing with my family either. I'm aware that it's not the most elegant way, but that is who I am. If you are disappointed, it can't be helped. I won't sit back and watch when it comes to protecting my people. Nadia replied, I am not disappointed. I am so happy. Watching you corner the Count like that was very satisfying. Are you disappointed in me, by any chance, because I am not an elegant wife like you expected? Altair said, nonsense. Nadia thought. He laughed. It's an awkward smile, but it's not bad. Actually, it's rather nice. Shortly after, the Count transferred a stake of his vineyard, and Aylesford had a new guest. A fashion designer said, I brought the finest fabrics and items trending in design from the capital. Nadia noticed that all of the samples on display were women's clothing. She said, "By the way, I wanted to custom order clothes for Altair." After a conversation between Altair and the designer, Nadia thought. So Altair had these female outfits prepared, but why? Altair asked, "How about you pick something from there?" Nadia replied, "That's not it. I called the dressmaker today because I wanted to have an outfit made for you." Altair replied, "I don't need clothes, I already have enough." Nadia said, "But if you put it like that, I don't need new clothes either." Altair replied, "You and I are different." The fashion designer thought, "At this rate, I might not even sell a single outfit." Then she said, "What a lovely couple you are, my lady. Why don't you select an outfit today, and then choose attire for his lordship on the day of your fitting?" After that, she said, "My lady, you have such a tiny waist. In that case, what do you think about this design?" Nadia thought, "I have never worn something so fancy, even when I was little. Now it's time for the next." After trying on so many clothes, Nadia thought, "I can't believe what just happened. I ordered a whopping 13 dresses. I have never bought this many clothes, not even when my parents were alive." Altair asked, "What is the matter? Is there something you wanted but didn't tell me?" Nadia replied, "I think I ordered far too many. I didn't need to be so extravagant." Altair told her, "Extravagance is when you spend money that you can't afford to spend. We can afford it, and you are the one who deserves to enjoy it." Nadia thought, "This is how much he cares for me." Altair continued, "You must have worn fancier clothes in the capital. I was not able to order any clothes for you before due to Aylesford's financial difficulties, but now there is no need to hold back." Nadia thought, "He has no idea that Marquis Vine's family considered me a nuisance. It's true that everyone in my family led an extravagant life, but I was the only exception." Altair said, "I was not able to send much of a bride dowry before, but now that the situation has improved here, I should show my appreciation to the Marquis." Nadia thought, "What in the world is he saying?" Back in time, her uncle had said, "That damned Aylesford, I get that he's poor, but how could he not pay a single cent for the bride dowry?" He had also said, "Nadia, you fail to contribute to the family even when you're getting married. You can't even make back the money we spent on you." Nadia thought, he clearly said that, but Altair is saying that he sent a bride dowry. Altair continued, "Actually, I asked for a stake in the orchard with the bride dowry in mind. It is a bit late, but if I give the stake to Marquis Vine." Nadia replied, "No, I don't think my uncle would want that, so don't worry about the bride dowry." Altair said, "But I don't feel good about it." Nadia thought, he must find my reaction strange. After all, what woman would be against her husband giving wealth to her family? But I can't have my uncle taking any of Aylesford's wealth. After that, Marie came and introduced herself. She had served Lady Nadia since her childhood. Altair spoke, "Then you must know very well about the situation with House Vine and the Baroness. There is something I must hear from you." Marie thought, "This man is Lady Nadia's husband. Unlike the rumors that say he is ugly, he looks like a Greek god, but I feel like I'm standing in front of a beast." Altair said, "From now on, I would like you to answer my questions honestly. Marquis Vine, did he really cherish his niece?" Marie thought, "Why is he suddenly asking this? Of course, there are many things I would like to say about the horrific things the Marquis did to her ladyship. But can I trust him? If he finds out the Marquis mistreated her ladyship, then her position in Aylesford may be at risk." Then she replied, "I apologize." Altair stated, "You are being much more prudent than I expected. It might not have helped me much, but I must say it is a positive trait in a servant. I plan to make you the head lady in waiting." Marie asked, "But I am still young and inexperienced." Altair replied, "I could have someone older and more experienced take on the role, but the Baroness is too good-hearted to control such a person. She could be swayed by her. So, you are actually the best person for the job. Take good care of the Baroness, assist her so she is not overstrained, and handle the household affairs well." Marie thought, "I can feel his affection for her ladyship, if he is like this." Then she said, "If you have time to invest in Lady Nadia, I mean, her ladyship, I request that you look into a ring called Cassandra's Smile." Altair thought, Cassandra's Smile. In the next scene, a maid said, "Lady, come over here." Nadia thought, Altair has prepared a gift for me. What could it be? Seeing how he prepared it in the garden, maybe it's flowers, but Altair and flowers don't go well together. The next moment, Marie spoke. I am very glad to greet you like this here, to serve you again. It is like a dream. My lady, Nadia thought. My goodness, this is the best gift, Marie said. Lord Altair seems to care about you very much. He insisted that I stay by your side and assist you. Nadia thought, Altair really seems to be respecting me, his wife, these days. Then she replied, the Lord is actually very kind to me. Recently, he brought me lots of clothes and even praised me, saying I was doing well, and he gave me permission to manage the castle as I wish. He also checks if I am eating well. At first, Marie thought, that's good, her ladyship is really being loved, but then she thought, the more I hear, the less he sounds like a husband, and the more it sounds like he is raising a child. Marie asked, my lady, you and his lordship have not experienced it yet, Nadia asked. What do you mean? Marie continued. Well, I noticed you haven't mentioned anything about your conjugal relationship. Nadia said, what are you saying? What if someone hears you? Marie told her, my lady, your conjugal relationship is very important for leading a happy, stable marriage. Nadia thought, I am aware of my duties as a noblewoman, so, what I have been talking to Altair about all this time, it actually means that, Marie asked, are you sleeping in separate rooms? What was your first night together like? Nadia replied, I passed out during the wedding ceremony, so nothing happened. Marie said, pardon, nothing happened. Then she thought, good heavens. Then she said, this is unacceptable, my lady, I understand you are naive, but no man can simply sleep when he is in bed with a cute, beautiful bride like you. It looks like special measures will be necessary. I have my ways, leave it to me. Nadia thought, is it really okay to trust Marie? In the next scene, Nadia spoke, wait, you want me to wear this? I'm afraid. Marie told her, my lady, it is a very ordinary nightgown. Besides, it looks so good on you, it would be your loss not to wear it. Nadia asked, but how can anyone sleep wearing such an uncomfortable and breezy nightgown? Marie replied, comfort doesn't matter. You'll be taking it off anyway. Nadia thought, what? Marie continued, my lady, it is normal for a husband and wife to sleep together. It's nothing to be scared about, you must bear an heir. Nadia thought, right, there is the issue of an heir. If Altair married me because he wants an heir, I want to do my best. After all, Aylesford and Altair have given me so much, but still, when she asked, isn't this a bit too explicit? Marie replied, my lady, I gave him a special dish for his stamina, so I'm sure he got the message. Nadia thought, what, so Altair already knows. On the other hand, Altair asked, what is all this? The chef replied, food sent by her ladyship. She prepared dishes that are all good for men. Altair thought, the chef's eyes are particularly bright today. Anyway, have I really been looking that tired? It's the first time someone has cared for me since I was a child. I suppose I made her worry. After that, Nadia thought, Marie, this is bad. I have been waiting for a long time, but Altair still isn't here. Suddenly, Altair came and asked, wait, what is this? Nadia thought, why is he so flustered? Did he know everything? I am so embarrassed. Then she said, food that is good for stamina was served for your dinner, so I thought you knew. Altair spoke, so, if what I ate means what I think it does. Nadia said, I found out the answer to what kind of wife you expect me to be. Marie told me that you married me because you want an heir, so the thing we didn't do on our first night, let's do it today. Altair stated, you're right. This is the kind of wife I expected. I had to get married because I urgently need an heir, so regardless of my wife's circumstances, I was going to do what I had to do to achieve my goal. But how strange, if I reach out like this, I can get whatever I want, yet here I am in front of you, and I don't want to force anything at all, so you don't need to do anything. You don't want to just to fulfill your duties as a wife. I can wait until you're ready. Nadia said to him, I don't know why you think I'm not ready. Altair replied, because everyone is encouraging you, and you can't refuse. Nadia spoke, I don't get swayed by other people when it comes to such decisions. This is purely my own decision and judgment. Then she thought, it's not because I think Altair is a bad person. On the contrary, I am ready. Why is he not saying anything? Does he still not believe me? Then she said, I really mean it. I want us to be a proper husband and wife, and also to have a child. The next moment, Altair started kissing her, Nadia thought. So suddenly, Altair spoke. Do you really understand this situation? Nadia replied, if I didn't, I couldn't have waited for you dressed like this. Altair asked, but you're still shaking, even now. Nadia replied, because the situation is a bit different now. If I'm really scared, I'll give you a signal. We can decide on a code together. For example, if I say, cherry candy, then it means this situation is really scary for me. Altair asked, that again. Well, let's do that if you wish, I'm fine with anything. How about now, is it, cherry candy? Nadia replied, no, then thought, I'm not scared one bit. The next morning, Nadia thought, why is my body aching like this? Come to think of it, yesterday, I used muscles I had never used before. Then she noticed. Altair is here. Altair asked, why are you surprised? Nadia said, I didn't know you were next to me. Altair replied, I am not a brute who spends the night with his wife and then leaves her alone. How do you feel? Nadia replied, I'm okay. I'm just a bit sore, Altair said. Then I'll call the physician, right? Nadia spoke quickly, no, I'm really fine. Didn't you say the dressmaker is coming today? Then she thought, I can't tell him that I'm aching all over because I spent my first night with my husband. Wow, he has good muscles. She asked, are you getting fitted today as well? Altair replied, do I have to? I don't care what I wear, I'm not used to dressing nicely. Nadia said, you shouldn't give up enjoying nice things just because you're not used to it. You must value yourself, and I also want to have some fun. I want to enjoy seeing my husband in nice clothes. After that, Blanc asked, my lord, your hand's not moving. Then he thought, he's spacing out. Unbelievable, of course. I can guess why. Then he asked, did something happen with her ladyship yesterday? Altair replied, no. Blanc said, so something really did happen. Altair stated, forget it. What brings you here this early in the morning? Are you here for a duel? Blanc thought, I'll get in trouble if I tease him any more, and then said, I found out who owns the ring you spoke of last time. There was a count who bought the ring a few years ago at an auction. A famous auctioneer in the capital purchased it from a young painter there. Altair asked, how did such a man have a rare pink diamond ring in his possession? Blanc replied, it was Marquis Vine's niece who gave the ring to him. In other words, it was her ladyship, but I failed to find out why she gave it to him. The painter refused to talk, saying his livelihood would be cut off. Altair thought, why would Nadia? Then he said, first, I would like to buy that ring and make it discreet. Blanc said, if they ask for a ridiculous price. Altair stated, well, scaring them a bit might help. On the other hand, Nadia thought, normally, noblewomen have their gemstones passed down from their ancestors, but I even sold the keepsake my mother handed down to me. I'm sure she would understand that I had no other choice. Altair came and asked, there's something I want to ask you. It's not like me to keep questions to myself. I could do some digging and get the answer, but I would like to hear it directly from you. You know a painter named Dillion, don't you? Nadia thought, how does Altair know that name? Altair asked, and this ring? You must know about this too. Nadia asked, how did you get that ring? Altair replied, I purchased it, fair and square. I tracked its history, found a painter, and also found out that you were the one who gave it to him. Nadia said, he promised he would keep it a secret. Altair stated, I heard it is a valuable item handed down for generations in your mother's family. Why did you give it to him? Don't tell me, was he your lover? Nadia replied, my love, it's not like that. I had a reason. Altair said, if a noblewoman gave her family treasure as a gift to a young man, anyone would think the same. Nadia said, that's why Dillion promised to keep it secret. Altair stated, unfortunately, his lips were not sealed when I showed him my sword. Nadia thought, no, there's no need to be scared. The man in front of me is not the villain Altair from the novel. The Altair I know is someone who will understand me if I explain the situation. Then she said, Dillion is a good man. He helped me when I was in a difficult situation. Altair asked, so you gave him the ring to thank him? Nadia replied, no, that's not why. Dillion simply sold my ring for me, that's all. Altair asked, But why did you sell a valuable ring that was handed down for generations? Nadia replied, because I urgently needed money for my parents' funeral and their burial plots. Altair asked, what, shouldn't the current Marquis be responsible for the previous Marquis and Marchioness's funerals? The Vine family must have a family burial site, don't they? Nadia replied, yes, that is what I had hoped, but my uncle said, I'm sorry to tell you this when you're so young, but my brother and his wife, your parents, don't have the right to be buried in the family burial site because your parents brought significant losses to the family. Do you know how much family wealth your father lost because he got conned? He even gambled. It's hard to believe, but it's the truth. Your father was a gambler. So, if you wish to give your parents a funeral, bring me money to use the burial site. I'm sure your mother's ring would get you some money if you sold it. If you do that, I won't expose their wrongdoing to the public. That is what happened. She continued, that is just what my uncle said. My parents would never have done such a thing, but because my uncle had already taken over the family, I had no choice but to listen to him. I wanted to fight back, but the manor's servants, as well as the nobles, were already on the side of my cunning uncle. Plus, the servants saw me as the daughter of the man who almost brought the family to ruin, so they treated me like a criminal. She added, if word got out that the Baroness sold her jewelry from before she got married, I know it would become a family scandal. I'll make sure to take care of it somehow, but please know that I'm telling you the truth. I'm sure it's hard for him to believe, but I hope at least Altair will believe me. I'm used to being hated now, but why is it that I don't want Altair to treat me that way? Altair spoke, so that's why you wanted to find the ring. First, I think it's only right for it to be returned to its original owner. Second, loosen up, I'll make sure to handle this issue. The minute you and I got married, this issue became our problem, so I have a right to get involved. Don't you think so? Nadia thought, so he believes me. Altair continued, I will help you, so you just focus on the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering. Nadia thought, he said it's our problem, someone sharing the heavy burden I have always had on my shoulders, so this is what it means to be married. In the next scene, Marie spoke, I have prepared everything on one side of the garden, just as you requested. Nadia thought, since Altair has given me his trust, I also want to be a respectable baroness who does her duties to her husband and Aylesford. After some time, Nadia thought, a trustworthy knight holding a teacup, how adorable is that, but this won't be enough practice. To practice conversing with nobles ahead of the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering, I wanted to have tea time with the knights as a rehearsal. Kane spoke, I almost forgot. Since your ladyship invited us to tea time, we'll invite you to a festival next time. A festival will soon be held in the village. There are many monsters in the vicinity, so we pray to the heavens to protect us from them. I'm certain it will be lots of fun. His lordship has never attended, saying it's too noisy, but... Then he thought, wait, this aura. Nadia thought, when did he get here? And for some reason, he looks upset. Altair stated, take it. Both of them thought, goodness gracious. Nadia thought, flowers, all of a sudden, but why? Kane said, wow, I thought such things only happened in plays. Altair looked at them, and Kane continued, we'll be going now, please enjoy your time together. After that, Nadia said, thank you, this bouquet is so pretty. Altair kissed her on the forehead. Nadia asked, what are you doing all of a sudden? Altair replied, it's because you smiled. Nadia thought, you can't startle me like this. I feel like my heart is going to explode. Altair thought, she's so lovely. Then he remembered the butler's words, my lord, I know it's none of my business, but I still thought I should tell you. It has to do with her ladyship. Recently, while talking to her, I heard something slightly strange. She referred to Marie as the only maid who did not mistreat her. I couldn't get it out of my head. Perhaps her ladyship had a more difficult life at the Marquis's house than we would have suspected. Altair had responded, that's enough. She gave me an overview of what's been going on. The butler said, it seems her ladyship really trusts you. Altair replied, of course. I'm her husband, and it seems you dared to cross the line. You know better than anyone else the duties of a servant. The butler responded, her ladyship crossed the line first. She's been considering the people of Aylesford as family. That's the very reason I could cross the line as well. Then there are events held. Her ladyship is truly a good person. Now she's become someone we can no longer overlook in Aylesford. Back in the present, Nadia thought, why is he staring at me like that? Then she asked, if you wanted to join for afternoon tea, you should have told me. After some conversation, Altair said, boring, I mean, me. I'm not good with words, and I speak in a stern manner. Nadia replied, me too, I'm not good with words, that's why, even when my parents were alive, I always avoided social events. I had no idea you worried about the same thing, but I met someone in the same shoes, and that person happens to be my husband, so, it's great. Altair asked, it's great that I'm not good with words, Nadia said, of course, because we can rely on each other if we have the same concerns. To be honest, these tea times were a rehearsal. Don't you want to practice together? Altair replied, no, I do. Let's practice together, so, have afternoon tea with me every day. Nadia thought, I've never had it every day, but since Altair is making a suggestion for the first time in a while. Altair continued, just act as you normally do when dealing with other nobles. There's no need to try hard, that should be enough for you to be liked because you are a good person. Nadia asked, I'm a good person. Altair replied, yes, actually, you're too good to everyone in Aylesford, including myself, you are a good person. Nadia thought, I never imagined I'd hear something like this from Altair. When I lived with my uncle, I felt extremely insignificant, but here in Aylesford, everyone makes me feel like I'm a decent person. If I keep hearing words like that, I want to live up to those expectations. Nevertheless, I want to try. I want to do a good job for Aylesford. Soon after, the Eastern Union of Nobles was finally near. On the day of the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering, Valhal thought, while stupid Altair was devoting himself to hunting monsters, I was busy exercising a firm grip over the Eastern nobles. A noble's privilege is decided by their influence in high society. If it's in high society, I'm not afraid of going up against Altair. Everyone was talking about Altair. The nobles chatted, if Altair is attending, then we'll be able to see his skills in the hunting competition. I heard he even discovered a monostone mine recently. Valhal thought, why are they suddenly showing interest in Altair? I can't let things continue like this. I'll badmouth Altair right here on the spot. The noble ladies said, look over there, what a fancy carriage, look at those high-quality decorations. Valhal thought, did Prince Orca arrive? Nadia came out of the carriage, and the nobles wondered, who is she? Valhal also thought, who is that beauty? I've never seen her before, who brought her here? Only Count Carson would be able to afford a carriage like that. If she's that old man's mistress, I could make her mine. The next moment, Altair also appeared, and the nobles chatted, then the lady must be Baron Altair's wife. Valhal thought, that woman is Altair's wife, that's impossible. I undoubtedly thought she would be ugly and disabled. I'll have to change my plans. Originally, I was going to kill her, but if she's that desirable of a woman, then I must take a different approach. Nadia thought, why is everyone staring at me? It's giving me chills, but I'll try my best to smile. Altair told her, there's no need to be so tense, I'll protect you, so don't worry. Nadia thought, what is he looking at, that man? He's making me feel strange, Altair said. I overlooked the fact that it can be cold in the woods. I'll have Kane bring a coat right away. Nadia replied, no, it's not because I'm cold, but she thought, still, it feels wonderful that someone considers me so dear. After that, Nadia noticed something unusual and thought, what is going on? Why is everyone? That's the imperial coat of arms. That means the owner of this carriage is Prince Orca. The prince had always stepped away from power. He was a feeble prince with no presence, but in reality, Orca used his illness as an excuse to wander around the country and discreetly gather power. Eventually, he incited a rebellion and rose to the apex of power. He was an ingenious strategist. Here he is, standing before me. Somehow, he's different from what I imagined. Did he smile at me? No, he couldn't have. The prince approached and said, Baron, I heard from the count that you were here. It is nice to meet you. I have been wanting to meet you for some time, because I am like this. I like strong-willed people. Nadia thought, someone from the royal family is greeting us first. He isn't authoritative and has a pleasant demeanor, so this is Orca's strength. This is how he won over the countryside nobles. The prince continued, I hear the Aylesford barony is undergoing a lot of changes these days. I also heard it offers beautiful nature. Nadia thought, he's saying he wants to be invited to the barony in a very noble manner. Altair seemed to have understood. At this rate, they'll be in confrontation forever. Then she said, please come whenever you wish, it would be a great honor to welcome you. The prince replied, I appreciate this offer, I will remember your kindness, I'll excuse myself for now and see you again a bit later. After that, Nadia thought, that was my first time talking for so long with royalty, I wonder if I conducted myself properly as the Lady of Aylesford. Suddenly, Valhal spoke, I finally get to see the bride, how could you do this? Altair, we're cousins. My apologies for not attending the wedding, he got married without telling any of his relatives, so I'm only just getting to greet you now. Nadia thought, this is the man I made eye contact with before. Valhal asked, will you not accept my greetings? Nadia replied, of course I will. I was just startled, and thought, why is he touching my hand like that? Altair stated, get your smelly hand off of her. Then he said, let's go, no need to deal with him. Nadia spoke, but he's your relative, then thought, I think he has his eyes on you. Altair said, I'll take care of him, so don't worry, just focus on enjoying the event and socializing with people. Nadia thought, is he saying I must start socializing with all these people? Okay. Let's smile, and she said, hello, to everyone. They all responded, nice to meet you. The conversation had started, Nadia thought, fortunately, I don't think I've gotten on their bad side, everyone is friendly, it must be due to the Mana Stone mine and getting rid of the dragon. Until this moment, the Eastern Union of Nobles gathering was definitely going smoothly without any issues, but why did this suddenly happen? How exactly did this happen? I was clearly talking with the other wives, bewildered by all the things I was hearing for the first time about the barony. The Eastern noblewomen had started to talk about hunting. Shall we set out hunting now? Everyone remembers that I captured a deer last season, one of them said. Another added, the countess who hosted today's gathering captured a bear and a lion. Nadia thought, wow, that's amazing. One of them asked, what about you, my lady? I'm sure you must have captured a bear or two in the capital. I mean, you are the wife of the dragon slayer. I'm sure you caught something bigger than a bear. You probably captured a lion. Nadia thought, noblewomen catching bears and lions. Do Eastern nobles joke about things like this? Fine, I'll join the bluffing party too, she then said, of course. Lions are a piece of cake. Until this point, I had thought the noblewomen were just bluffing. But when a bear actually showed up in the hunting grounds, the noblewomen, who had all successfully hunted before, seemed to look at me with high expectations, wanting to see my skills. Nadia thought, it's too late to back out now, please don't miss, this isn't going to be good, so I ended up alone with the bear. What do? It's getting closer. I'm not going to die like this, no, I can't die here. I need to stab the bear in its vital point somehow. I did it. But it's impossible for a bear to go down just because I stabbed it in the eye. No, don't tell me there's another bear nearby. The prince asked, are you all right? Nadia thought, so the prince threw a dagger at the bear. The prince continued, you must have been very startled. I coated the dagger in poison, so the bear won't wake up, you can relax. How brave you are, if you're from the capital, you must not be used to this kind of hunting. Yet you came all by yourself to capture a bear. Nadia replied, I had no idea hunting was like this in the East, and I didn't come alone. Then she thought, that's odd, the prince is clearly friendly, but when I think about how he was a villain in the novel, even his smile creeps me out. The prince asked, how strange, are you scared of me? I don't believe I've done anything yet. Nadia thought, was it that obvious? Then she replied, I'm not scared. The prince told her, I was joking. Shall we return now? I'll escort you to the event venue. After some time, a noble lady asked, you're safe? I was about to go and search for you with the knights. Nadia replied, I'm fine. His Highness happened to be passing by, and he found me and helped me. The noble lady said, I'm so relieved, your clothes are soiled, so I think you should get changed first. I've set up a small tent nearby, so you can change there. I'll tell your maid to bring you your clothes. Nadia replied, thank you for your consideration, madam. The maid came and spoke, my lady, it would not be good if the host is away for too long. Allow me to escort her ladyship to the tent. Nadia said, It's okay. You're the host, so you must tend to your guests. The maid responded, Yes, please allow me to escort you. After that, Nadia thought, That's strange. She set up a tent in such a remote place. Maybe the maid is lost. The maid spoke, This way, my lady. Please go inside and rest. Your maid will bring you your clothes. Nadia thought. Why did I doubt her? I was just too startled before. I'll unwind inside and wait for Marie. Then Valhal spoke. You're finally here, Baroness, Nadia thought. What is that man doing here? Valhal stated, I have been waiting for you. Like this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.